Hello everyone, welcome back to StudEye. Today we are going to discuss some conversions which are related to VL equity. As you all know that we record VL equity of a patient with the help of the Snellen chart, or it can either be a Logmar chart. And in some cases there are other charts such as Feinblum chart and all that stuff that is used for the measurement of the VL equity. So जब आपके पास एक patient आता है, you record that VL equity. So that VL equity normally is done by the help of the Snellen chart, which give you readings in the 6 by 6 manner, right? And it is actually in the meters. What happens basically over there is that sometimes you need to change those readings. Suppose we have reading in meters, you want to convert that reading into the feet. So in these cases, how you can convert the VL equities into one another form, we are going to discuss these conversions over here today. So let's move on. So first of all, I want to tell you that there are basically three charts that we are going to discuss. One is Snellen, other is Feinblum, and the third one is Logmar chart. The Snellen chart records the VL equity in meters. Feinblum chart records the reading of the VL equity in feet, and Logmar chart records the VL equity in log. Now, when we are going to discuss about Snellen, the reading should be in a 6 by 6, or in the numerator the value should be 6. In the denominator the value can vary, right? Now when we are discussing about Feinblum chart, the value in the numerator should be 20, but denominator value can vary, and the reading should be in the feet. And in Logmar chart, the reading should be in the decimal points, right? So now when you have value which is in the 6 by 6, or like over here in this example you can see it's 6 by 36. So in these cases, if you want to convert meter into the feet, here you can see meter into the feet. So what do you actually want? You want to convert the 6 by any number into the 20 by any number, right? So if you have, I have over here an example that if you have recorded a VL equity of a patient that is 6 by 36 meters, now you want to convert it into the feet. So what you will do? So let's move on. Let's see how we do this. So first step is that you have to multiply and divide the required number. As I've told you that in Feinblum chart, we record the VL equity in 20 by any number, that is his VL equity or VL status, right? According to that. So here you should do that you have to multiply and divide with the same number, which is 20 by 20. The required number is 20. So here we divide and multiply it with 20 so that there may be no change in the question. As we all know that in maths we assume things. So same you have to do over here. You just have to multiply 20 by 20. Now I have told you that we want the 20 that should be a constant. It doesn't change, so we have to keep it constant, and we can solve now this 36 and 20 in the denominator. So the 20 in the numerator will not be changed because we want the readings in the feet, which is 20 by manner. So here you can see 6 1s are 6, 6 6 are 36. When we multiply this 6 with 2, it will be 120. So the reading, or the conversion of the 6 by 36 meters will be equal to the 20 by 120 feet. So what is actually happening? Any patient who has a VL equity of 6 by 36 on Snellen will be equal to the 20 by 120 feet on the Feinblum chart. This is what the conversion means, right? So now what happens if you want the readings in the Feinblum to Snellen form? Feinblum records the VL equity in feet, as I've already told you. This is 20 by any number, and meter records the VL equity in 6 by any number. So if you are given the values at 20 by 120 and they want to know that what is 20 by 120 feet equals in the Snellen chart. So you have to multiply it with 6 by 6, which will give you the reading of the Snellen, or which will give you the reading in the meters. Here you can see 20 by 20 is multiplied by 6 by 6, and you just need to make sure that this 6 remains constant and solve the rest of the values, which are 20 by 120 and the 6 in the denominator. So numerator 6 is not going to be changed because we want the reading in the meters, and in meters in the Snellen the 6 in the numerator remains the same. It is because the testing distance in the Snellen chart is 6 meters. That doesn't change. So in numerator the 6 means that this is a testing distance, which is at the approximately 6 meters. And similarly 20 feet in the Feinblum shows that it is the testing distance is 20 feet. So in numerator we have a testing distance and we don't change that distance. So that is why we need to make sure that this value remains constant. Now we have to solve this equation. 1 by 6 will be obtained. 6 into 6 equals to 36. So 20 by 120 feet is equal in Feinblum chart is equal to the 6 by 36 meters on the Snellen chart. Now what happens if you have reading which is, if you have a reading in the meters, or you have recorded the VL equity on the Snellen chart, and you just want to know that what is the reading or how much it will be equal to the in the Logmar chart. So now you have to convert it from meter to log. So here you are converting the 6 by 6 manner into the decimal points. So here 6 by 6, the question can come that the 6 by 36 meter is equals to how much log. So here you should know that you have to take the reciprocal of the Snellen reading. So here we have 6 by 36. When we will reciprocate it, it will be equal to 36 by 6. So now we know that 6 1s are 6, 6 6 are 36. So 36 is divisible on 6, and the answer we get is 6. Now here the answer which you have obtained, you have to take the log of this value. So log 6 will be equal to 0.77, which will be approximately equal to 0.8 by we are just going to convert it in the approximate manner, which is 0.8. So this means that if patient has value on the Snellen, the patient's VL acuity is 6 by 36 meters, this will be equal to 0.8 log on the logMAR chart, right? So now, if a patient has the reading of mean Bloom to logMAR, what you are going to do? In this case, you have to understand that you are converting the feet into the log. So the manner is same, the procedure is same. You just need to take the reciprocal of the reading or the question you have meant the question that can be asked about it, right? So here you can see if they ask you, or if the question arises that 20 by 120 feet is equals to how much log. So here you should know that you have to take the reciprocal of 20 by 120, which will be equal to 120 by 20. When you will solve or divide this, it will be equal to the 6. So you just need to take the log of 6 again, which is also equal to 0.8 log on the logMAR chart. So 20 by 120 feet in the Fien loom is equal to 0.8 log line in the logMAR chart. Now, how can you convert if you are recording a patient's VL acuity on the logMAR chart and you want to know that how much VL acuity is in the Snellen chart? So how you can convert it? It is actually from the log to meter. So it's something very easy but still confusing. You just need to do the simple thing. You should know that if you have a reading that 1 log, it means that 1 logMAR means that patient's VL acuity is the first line of the logMAR chart, and that is 1 log. So here they ask you if the patient's VL acuity on logMAR chart is 1, how much will be in the Snellen chart, or convert it into the meters. So you just need to take the antilog of this value, the question, right, or the log reading. So after taking the antilog, you know that 1 antilog of 1 is equals to 10. You now have to multiply this with the required number, right? So I've told you in Snellen chart we measure in meters, and in meter the numerator is basically 6. So you just need to multiply the number with the numerator value so that you can obtain a denominator over there. So what will happen over here, when you take the antilog of 1, it will be equals to 10. You have to multiply it with 6 so that you can obtain the denominator. We cannot change the numerator in the Snellen reading, and in the Fien loom we cannot change the numerator, which is 20, that is the testing distance. So what we all need is the denominator. So when you are converting into the Snellen, you just need to multiply with 6, and we will see in the Fien loom later. So what you are going to do, you will multiply the antilog of the 1, which is 10, with the 6. 6 tens are 60. Now you know that the numerator is a testing distance that is not changed. So you test Snellen chart VL acuity from the Snellen at the distance of 6 meters. So it remains unchanged and it's constant. So 6 by 60 is the distance, right, that the normal person can see, the distance at which the normal person can exactly see the optotype clearly. So the patient's VL acuity over here is 6 by 60 meters. So if a patient has VL acuity of 1 log on the logMAR chart, it will be equal to 6 by 60 meters on the Snellen chart, right? Similarly, if you have a reading of logMAR, you want to know that how much feet is it. So 1 by 1 log, where you have to same procedure, you have to just take the antilog of the log reading. It will be 10. Antilog of 1 equals to 10. You have to multiply this antilog's answer with the 20, because the testing distance in the feet is 20. So you just need to multiply, and for denominator you just need to multiply this 20 with the antilog. So 20 multiplied by 10 equals to 200. This means that the testing distance remains the same, that is 20 in every case. Just the antilog of any line can vary. It can be 0.9 log. So you will take the antilog of 0.9. That answer will be different. Then you have to multiply with 20, and you get the different denominator reading, while the numerator remains a constant. So here the 20 by 200 feet is obtained. This means that a patient who can see the 1 log mar 9, or who has a real acuity of 1 log on the logMAR chart, it is equal to 20 by 200 feet on the Fien loom chart, right? So this is all about the convergence in the optometry, or in the VN sciences. When you are recording the VL acuity of patient and you want to see that what is the VL acuity of patient in different numerics or in different charts. So I hope this is now very clear to you all. In case of any query, comment in comment section. Till then, thank you so much.